So in the last video we got to the point where big guy here is able to run around, pick up cannonballs, and we also tweaked his hitbox so because it was very inaccurate before. We're going to look at a bit more events now. The two things are, firstly, I really don't enjoy the fact that the up arrow doesn't make him jump. You have to use the space bar to jump. That just feels wrong. Defaults are wrong there. And secondly, if I go over here and fall off, that's game over. That's really the only way to restart is to close it and then start again. So I want it to be that when I fall way down here, it actually puts me back to my starting position. So let's do that first. I'm just noticing, by the way, that I've got big guy here has got coordinates x 320, y 203. Remember that. And if you notice in this bottom left corner down here, it's showing the coordinates of where the cursor is. In this top left corner, it shows as being kind of 0, 0. And it goes across at the moment, we're 800 across, and then it goes down strangely, so 600. So this bottom right corner is 800-ish, 600-ish down here. In fact, it's exactly 800, 600 if I put my cursor in exactly the right position. Anyway, so big guy 320, 203. So I'm going to add in an event. I'm going to ask the question, when big guy, his y coordinate. So I can ask about his position. Where is that? Y position. And I'm going to say if it's greater than, because remember at the top is 0, at the bottom it's 600. I'm going to say if it's greater than 600, okay, then I'm going to reset big guy's position. We can set x and y separately, or I think we can just set his overall position. Yeah, set his x and y. So I can set his x position to, what was it, 320, 250? 250? I think it's 320. I know that the y position was 203. Set to 203. Let's just quickly go back to the scene, hover over my guy, 320. You can actually just change it right here, 320. Cool. So now we should have that he falls off and he gets set back to that position. Let's try that before we go any further, and then we'll do the more accurate key binding. So he falls off, y position 600, and he gets set back to his original position there. I like that. So big guy, he's got the behavior of platformer object, his platformer guy, and you'll see it says default controls here. So I'm going to untick default controls and then do my own. So untick default controls, so it's no longer using annoyingly space for jump, but also it's not using left and right to go left and right. And in the event sheet, I'm going to add 3 events. And they're all to do with the keyboard. Now you see over here, we've got the objects which are in the scene. We could do an event attached to any object. We've already done that with big guy and touching cannonballs and things like that, collision with cannonballs. But we have other conditions as well here. There's some really powerful stuff in this. So keyboard, and I'm going to say when key is pressed, and the key pressed is going to be left. So when left is pressed, that's the left arrow. You could do WASD this way as well if you prefer to do that. Add action, big guy, and I happen to know that under the platformer section we can simulate controls. Where's that? Ignore. Here we go. Simulate controls. Simulate left key press. Okay. So simulate pressing left, which is, is exact. Left key is simulate pressing left. Well, yeah, duh. Actually, I think we can we just copy and paste this whole event? Control C, Control V, yeah, and then we can change this left to right and simulate pressing. Let's edit that. Just double click it, simulate right key press. Okay, and then Control V again. Can we do that? No, Control cancel. All right, add condition. Under other conditions, keyboard. Where's keyboard? Keyboard. On key pressed, and it's going to be, in this case, up, and up is arrowed, big guy simulate jump key press. Let's see what that does. So it should be just left, right and up for jump now, which should be much nicer than space for jump. Yay, left, right, jump. Cool, and that's enough for this video.